Hello, it's 2016. There's a whole year ahead of us. The mental refresh has occurred. But what about December? What happened then? Can you remember? I sure can't, but I recorded it. So, December began with me still at work near London as an intern editor for a little film company. Work was good and life was good. In the evenings I'd come back and film Reddit videos, started practicing a bit with things like time lapses, and filmed a pretty one of my view from my garden at my house there. And it was also pretty good because there I'm so close to so many YouTube friends, so it means I get to just hang out with them at weekends and stuff. I am heading to the train station to go to Reading and shoot James's Moving Pictures episode 2 interview and just sort of hang about, I guess. Maybe shoot some other pretty stuff. Who knows? Hey there. So I am with James and we've filmed his Moving Pictures interview, had some food and done some Christmas shopping.
It's been a crazy day.
It has, it's been wild.
What happens? Productiveness on YouTube? What? Never happens.
And now I'm shooting a little time lapse. A newly acquired skill. We'll see how it turns out. And yeah, that's how it is. That's cold. In December, I also did something that bloody terrified me, and that was go to an event at the YouTube space in London alone. Originally, I'd intended to go with a friend, but it ended up that they were busy. And so I, at first, sort of just mentally crossed out and was like, okay then, I'm not going. But going to the YouTube space is something I've wanted to do since I was maybe 15 or whenever it opened, basically. And so I couldn't let 15-year-old Eilidh down and decided instead to mentally pretend to be a confident person. I pretended I was Tom, actually. Hey Tom, I was you for the day, because I just felt like that was something that wouldn't scare him. The YouTube space and Google headquarters in London are a lot harder to find than I had expected. I expected like a big Google sign. It didn't even have a sign, so I sort of circled for a while before eventually being directed inside by a guy with a dog who I later discovered actually worked there. So I walked in and pretended to be Tom. I heard another guy at the reception say he was going to the course as well, so I went over and spoke to him. He was a nice Irish guy called Felix, and then we all headed through with our little ID cards, headed upstairs to the bloody YouTube space. First, to a fancy buffet with like sushi and prawn sandwiches and big glass bottles that said Google of nice water. So we picked it out, then headed through to the workshop, introduced each other to each other, and then it began, and a nice guy called Sam Smith taught us about some really cool cameras and then let us use them. Then we headed out and scarfed the rest of the buffet because it was going to get thrown out after us.
Like, take
Right, so
Okay, hang on, I'll stand on my tiptoes.
Okay.
All wobbly now, let's...
okay, so should we do this? There we go. And then try to repose like this. Is that good? I don't know.
Yeah, pretty good.
But is the YouTube sign in? I don't even know.
I don't know. And then some of us went to the pub together, hung out, and then headed via tube back to the train station with a guy who had met there who was going to the same station. It was the best thing. It was genuinely so great. I'm so glad I did it, even though I woke up with this intense fear in the pit of my stomach. I made myself do it, which has been a theme, really, doing things I don't think are Eilidh things to do, and I've done a lot of them in 2015, so that's nice. Then a couple of days later it was time to head back to Scotland for the Christmas holidays via a 9-hour train journey and then an hour's car journey from there. Something else that's become clear to me in December is that I'm starting to get addicted to tea. It was very gradual at first, starting in summer of 2015 when we filmed Tea in a Chat with Taylor.
Tea, always. always tea.
And then slowly progressing with pressure from Tom, Sigma and Amy. And then finally working in an office where everyone drinks tea all the time. And now I drink tea all the time. So coming home, none of my family members drink tea. So I took it upon myself to not only get some, but also start going out to cafes and drinking tea.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's on my leg.
I also went into the city nearby me to see a film called Sunset Song, which a couple of my friends had been extras in. Let me just say, if you're considering seeing it, please make sure you're feeling good and stable, because it's just one terrible thing after another. There's no joy in this film. It's just lots of bad things happening, and that's all.
Oh, okay, I think that's right.
Hello.
Are you GoProing?
GoProing. I am GoProing.
Hello.
It's so wide, all of us will be in it, with space also.
For expansion. Oh, look at all this space.
What are we doing?
We're going to see Sunset Song, which we're in.
Yeah, they star in it.
Yeah, we start obviously. Yeah. We're the main characters. Romance.
When I moved away to London, I only had one suitcase worth of room. So I had to make some decisions and leave some things behind, and one of those things included my paint supplies. So coming home, I was missing painting, so I decided to start a new painting and paint a photo I'd taken with my friend James. Next up was Christmas itself. Later that evening, me and Lou also tried to build a gingerbread house, which many YouTubers have been doing recently in videos, so I assumed it would be simple enough. It collapsed 5 times before we gave up. Probably more to do with us than the house. Saw some of my friends from the Shire, visited my friend Neve, we filmed a video watching some of my old videos, which was painful. So I was sitting there and I pulled my bag off a bit, and so, of course, as soon as I started taking my bag off, she opened the door. And then there's all these people trying to get in, so I was kind of
bag and the doors open. You should sell the rights to this.
Bumping in. On the very last day of December, New Year's Eve, I had a few friends over. We choreographed a dance, which I feel like I should clarify, we weren't taking seriously as some people have decided to assume, which may be me putting them more at fault than us once you see the dance. something special, some of my finest work yet. I am very, very proud. So yeah, I think December was a nice end to the year. Mostly good things. Mostly emotionally stable. I feel like I should perhaps apologise for my hair. It will improve soon. I'm going to put some pink in there too. And we'll see how it goes. I just missed having a bit of colour. Also, I believe my eyebrow game has improved this month, which I'm pretty proud of. These are looking not bad, I would say. Pretty nice. Cool. Goodbye. Let's sort of walk into a blur and bigger blur and super blur. Aw, you refocus, you little poo. I needed mega blur. Here you go. Bye bye, I'm an nostril. Nice.